Hello, welcome to the live stream. So excited to be with you today to talk about one of my favorite topics and subjects, sales processes. One of my colleagues recently sent me this raving review, basically talking about how impressed they are with the work that I do. And one thing that came across, which is something I'm talking about all the time, but to be reflected from a colleague and also my clients as well, is this ability that I have to really find where money and revenue opportunities are being lost because of gaps and breakdowns inside of the sales process. And this is not just a tactic thing like, oh, like you need to have these 4 emails and message them 24 hours and 36 hours and all the cadence and touch points. That is one level. But there's also this values, essence piece, messaging, communication, and really energy that we are creating a channel for our prospective clients to come through in a way that is effortless and seamless, so that when it comes to that conversation, that it's really natural and it's flowing, and that sales conversation is a part of the sales process. But the whole journey that your prospect goes through is just incredible and aligned and transformative. And it meets all of the pieces and the requirements that are needed for that person to be able to make the decision to come and purchase from you. Now, the thing is that sales processes, sales funnels, they're not linear, right? So we get this idea from marketers that they're linear, like they're just going to come into my funnel and they're going to read my 12 emails and they're going to blah, 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 right? And then they're going to buy and it's going to be easy. But the truth is that now our sales processes and sales funnels in 2023 and 2024 they're multi-touch point. So your person may get into your funnel and then be checking out your LinkedIn and checking out your Facebook and clicking around on your website. Like they're investigating you from multiple angles to see, like, is this person the real deal? Can they really help me? They're already checking out information you have on your offers. So this particular conversation today, while I am zooming out because I want you to see the big picture, that it's not just this, this one aspect of the sales process, we are looking at that linear journey for this moment in time. And the reason being is because the structure of your sales process, the buying journey, when someone raises their hand or expresses interest, all the way to putting in an order form or giving you their credit card information to signing the agreement and onboarding, whatever your journey looks like, is it needs to have a sequence and specific benchmarks that are met to achieve that goal. Okay. And what happens is business owners avoid, and I'm talking about multi-six-figure business owners, avoid putting the much important elements in place in sacrifice of hanging out with like what currently works and what they're currently doing. And the problem with that is that they're not able to scale to the level that they could and reach the income potential and serve the level of clients that they could by operating this way. Okay, so let's dive in. And I want you to tell me who you are, if you're watching this live or in the replay, who you are, where you're tuning in from, and engage with me during the live stream. And if anybody in your network would resonate with this, if it's one person, please send this to them and share the love. And if your audience would resonate from this, repost it, share it, spread the love, because somebody probably might need to hear this in your following, in your audience, or in your network. And you just help them move closer to their goals by giving them access to this information. Okay, so here's the thing. What I have found, and this is true, and I'm sure that if we did scientific measurement, data measurement around this, we would find specific numbers, tangible data to prove this and to back this up, that a lack of a sales process will repel sales. Okay? It will repel sales. Two reasons. Okay? One is that as the founder, as the CEO, as the person who is responsible for sales, whether that's you or you have a team member that's doing it and they're not selling very much, it means that there's a problem with the sales process, because when you have a really clear process and you're really confident about the journey that prospects are going to take to come and buy from you, like, why wouldn't you be out there promoting it and getting people into your sales process? Why wouldn't you be sharing that out? Why wouldn't people be coming through it? Right? So that is one of the ways, is that there's a lack of confidence in the seller because they're just not really clear on like what's happening. And it can happen even if you hired a big business in a box coach that gave you all the emails and they gave you the appointment thing and they gave you this and your CRM is set up and you've got the whole thing, but still something is not right. Okay, so that is from the seller perspective. The other way is for the prospect. They're confused. They don't understand. They don't know what they're stepping into. It's not really clear to them what they're doing and how they're coming through. And are they being educated? Are they being nurtured? Like, there's all of these pieces that the prospect just won't feel like attracted or magnetized into it, because really, you're either repelling or you're attracting. It's one or the other. And when we try to do both at the same time, it just creates chaos. So if you on your end don't feel super confident about the sales process and have that certainty, it's going to affect the business. So this is operating both on a thought, a mindset perspective, and it's also operating on a tactical perspective. And when we bring the two together, we unite them, we find the gaps, the blind spots, both in the thinking and in the business, we seal them up, zip them up, and we're good to go, and it's working. And we're more confident to go prospect, outreach, follow up, put more ads out, all the things to fill that funnel. Because here's the thing, and fill that process, because it's like, if your sales process isn't converting, you're probably going to turn your ads off, right? Like you don't want your ads to be running and you're just wasting all this money in sending people in that aren't buying, right? So it causes a lot of breakdowns in the rest of the business. So that is purely like the entry point of the funnel. Okay. That is like we're prospecting, we're getting people in, we're getting them into our sales process. So let's say now that we get people on the calls. Okay, they've actually made it through the questionnaire and the emails and all of that, and now we're having the conversation. Are you asking questions in a way that creates a buying environment? So that can look like asking the wrong questions, asking the right questions in the wrong order, but how you approach the conversation and how you ask the questions will create a buying environment. So some people are like, well, I don't want to be salesy and I don't want to be pushy and I don't want to be salesy or pushy either. However, how you show up and how you lead and how you direct the conversation is very powerful. And if there's a lack of leadership, if there's a lack of structure, if there's a lack of, a clear direction for where this conversation is going, it makes it very difficult to make an offer and to make a sale, and it doesn't create a buying environment. So the questions that you ask are so important. So you can even have that great front end, your marketing's working, everything's great, people are coming in, but like that sales conversation isn't converting. And also the sales process for different types of buyers. Am I trying to push everybody into a one call? Am I doing a two call? Are things getting just like way spread out and there's like too many calls? And maybe I need to go back and like do some homework and really, sort some things out about the problems that I'm solving and all of that. Like there can be some deeper work to be done. It doesn't have to take a long time, but to get really clear on the people that you're getting on the calls and really positioning to solve those problems. And a key way to do that is the right questions in the right order at the right time, and having a leadership, stance through the conversation. Okay. And then, because of all of this, if you're not feeling super confident, I already hit on that, like you're not doing the marketing and you're not doing the speaking and all of the things to bring the people in. So it really creates a lot of problems. And I really, really want to highlight it because I know that this is the reality for many business owners out there. And because of this, what happens is you rely on referrals. Like you don't really market, you don't tell people about your business. You rely on the word of mouth. And I love referrals and I love my partners and I love all of that for sure. However, you want to be getting clients from multiple places, right? Like you don't want to just have one referral partner or two or three. You want to have multiples. And here's the thing is that you can actually get more clients and get more referrals with a better sales process because you are confident to go put the fuel on the fuel on the fire and make it grow and like, let's do this, let's go big, let's amplify it. Because like if referrals are working for you, then it's like, okay, well, do they have the operations and the team and the capacity to get more clients? Yes. Cool. Okay, let's go. Now, if you watch some of my previous live streams, I talk about that the tactical piece is one component. Our thinking and our approach and our unity within ourselves and our vision and our focus of what we're creating is integral to any of this working. Okay. You can go buy an expensive sales process program. You can come and buy my sales process program and work with me. But I'm not going to do all this with you without you being on board with it. So we want to get clear on your vision. And this is why I love working with people to really pull out what their vision is and what their picture is that they're creating for their business. So that as we're designing and customizing and leveling up the sales process, that is coming to life, this higher expression of your business and who you are and the clients you want to work with and like what that money does for you and your team and how your clients' lives are transformed and all of that. It's so beautiful. It's so, so, so beautiful. So just remember that the tactical strategic side is one component. We need the whole self buy-in for it to work. And then it's so easy to get team and everybody else to buy in as well because they're like, I trust you. You're my leader. And when you become a better leader in your sales and your business has a better leadership process embedded into the sales process, like people are coming in like much more ready and activated to do the work and to receive whatever it is. And I have clients and people that I interact with that are in a number of businesses, professional services, marketing agencies, bookkeepers, financial experts, coaches, consultants, wellness coaches. I mean, B2B, B2C, like I have worked with it all and can work with all of those different areas. And so I understand that there are these universal principles that are true for no matter what business that you have. And in another video, I will talk about the ideal client and like really leveling up and matching the ideal client in the sales process. But just for right now, I just want you to like really think about it. Like really, really like check in with your sales process and ask yourself, am I super confident and clear about the journey that people are going through when they come on to express interest to buy from the company? Like, am I really clear on that? Am I clear about the journey that they're going through and what their experience is from a user perspective? And I'm also clear from my perspective of I'm the one that's doing the calls, I'm the one that's leading the sales, and then all of the automations and the emails and the copy and everything that goes into that. Like, am I really clear on that? Because that in itself, just fixing that and making upgrades, slight tweaks, we're not even talking about overhaul, can increase your conversions by 12% alone. Just that. But when we go in there and we fix the order of the questions that you're asking and how you're asking them and all of that, like that can increase conversions by 40 to 80%. And so every time, every area that you level up inside of your sales process, you see more sales and more clients and more money coming through. That's how powerful this is. And this is not something that you want to sleep on or that you want to just like leave to chance. Because if you have a business where the rest of your company is documented and you have SOPs, but the sales process isn't, you want to take a look at that. You want to take a look at that. Something's going on there. And then the other thing is if one day you want to exit your business and you have a succession plan for your business, your sales process is your revenue generation, and a buyer, an investor is going to look at that and say, you don't like, you can't look, you have your P&Ls and you have all these things, but like your sales process isn't documented. Like I can't see what people are going through to get from A to B, to come from hello to sold. Okay. So those are things that you want to think about to step into that future vision, because like we're here, we think we have all this time, but we're here for a finite amount of time. And that can make the difference of you being able to sell your business or pass it down. And you don't want to wait on that. And especially if you think that you want to get off the sales calls and you want to hand that over. A lot of people, they don't ever get off the sales calls because of the lack of sales process, because it's all in their head. And then, of course, there's other things like nobody can do it better than me and I'm the best closer and all of that stuff. But that's all mind stuff thinking that we can totally get to the bottom of, and that doesn't have to be the reality. So these are some things for you to really think about, because having your sales process working for you and leveling it up can make a huge difference, and it will make a huge difference in your sales and in your money making. And reach out. Let's have a conversation about this and how I can support you to level up your sales and generate more revenue in your business in 2024 and beyond, because this is your IP, this is your intellectual property in your company. And if you have a 2020 or previous sales process that you're trying to use in your 2023, 2024 business, it's time to level it up, because they do require upkeep. They do require adjustments and tweaks as the marketplace changes, as you change, as your offers change. Okay. So these are all things for you to think about when you're looking at what am I going to invest in. Sales process, top priority. All right. Until next time, I look forward to hearing from you in my DMs. This is Celia Faye Meisel, your sales authority, sales coach, sales trainer, sales expert, all the things sales, and expression and joy and limitlessness. It's been a joy and pleasure to connect with you today, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.